welcome to 100 Days of Practice, episode 45. We could call this Developing the High Register Through Flexibility, or if you prefer, Trumpet High Notes for the rest of us. Now, by the rest of us, I mean those of us who are not specialists in high register playing. Let's face it, most of us don't need a great double high C. What all of us need, in my opinion, is the ability to connect between different registers in the instrument in the conventional range of the trumpet. So say a low G to a high C, such as we are called upon to do in Onegers and Trata for trumpet and piano. But here's a very important thing to keep in mind. If you think of the great high note players of our time or recent times, from the legendary Maynard Ferguson to Doc Severinsen or Wayne Bergeron, Arturo Sandoval, Alan Vizzutti, Adam Rapa, Vincent DiMartino, I mean, the list goes on. All of these guys are fantastic all-around trumpet players. This means they sound great in the middle and lower registers as well. In fact, in the case of Maestro Arturo, man, what an incredible pedal range he has. It's stunning. It sounds like a trombone. So what lesson can we all draw from this? Well, first of all, do not obsess over high notes. Make sure you develop the full range of skills that are required by a trumpet player. So this would include such obvious things as working on your sound quality, working on articulation, and you can divide that into subcategories: single tongue, double tongue, triple tongue, K-tongue, jazz, articulation, etc. Working on finger technique, which often gets neglected because we're so obsessed with our chops. And of course, flexibility. So some of you may remember the exercises presented in episode 21 of this series. So what's so great about flexibility training? Well, along with centering, it is a key component of efficient trumpet playing. And believe me, it's all about efficiency in your technique. It's not about some sort of physical strength. All those great players we listed, they can play high notes for days because they're not working very hard. So I really like those exercises from episode 21 because they're simple and they're rhythmically symmetrical. So it's very easy to choose a tempo and register that works for you. Start where it's easy and it sounds good, and gradually increase the tempo and go up the harmonic series and go into higher valve combinations. Do it at your own pace. So once you become comfortable with these exercises, I think they serve as a great introduction to lip trill exercises, which I find are very helpful for opening up the high register and frankly just making it easy to hang out up there. But it's probably a good idea to anchor them in the lower register to make sure you're not having any kind of a change in your placement or setup as you change registers. Eventually, you can use these exercises to transition to wider interval exercises, which are really great for improving your overall efficiency even if you're not going into the extreme high register. And of course, you can expand this wide interval practice to pedal tones. Again, it's all about efficiency and about finding an easier connection between different registers. Now, a good rule of thumb when it comes to practicing flexibility, especially in the high register, is do not over-practice. Pace yourself. In fact, if lip slur exercises and flexibility studies are not already part of your regular routine, you might even want to start off going every other day at first. And from there, you just make adjustments according to your own needs. For example, it may feel better to practice every day, or maybe you need more intensity, more length of time devoted to flexibility, or less. So you have to be willing to experiment a little bit, and you have to remember that everyone is a bit different, and so you have to ultimately put together your own routine. One final thought about playing in the high register, and this really applies to any facet of trumpet playing. This is crucial, even though it's at the end of the video here, but you can't play high notes successfully just as an abstraction, like, well, I'm going to play a high F because I know that note is there. You have to base it on the sound. You have to model great players. All the great players that I know of, whether they're orchestral players or lead players, they've always modeled their playing after their heroes. And so you hear that beautiful high C that Phil Smith played, for example, or you hear that incredible double high A that Wayne Bergeron played, or above that, or anything in between. You need to really hear that sound in your head if you're going to succeed. Okay, once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found at least some elements of this video to be helpful to your own practice or for your students. And as always, I welcome any questions or comments you may have. Thanks so much.